Hey guys, and welcome to game number 83 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabble-bot BestBot in a 100-game match. As you guys can see, we have another major wardrobe change. I did this 10 or so games ago when I was struggling. I went with the hat and sunglasses and got a pretty good run. I've lost 4 in a row now. I haven't been playing well, haven't been doing well, so we're going all orange today, changing it up a little bit, and thinking maybe my outfit will be so bright it'll distract the bot, and yeah, maybe the glare from all of the orange that I'm wearing will force the bot's algorithms to break down and I'll win this game. So that's the theory. We'll see how it goes. In any case, I'm first. Interesting opening rack here. 2 options stand out. There's either was for 30, which is very defensive, keeps a good lead, EILR, or, and this is probably worth it, I can score more by playing Wurzel for 44. 14 more points. Obviously gives back some more tiles for the bot to bingo with, an R, an E, and an L, all of which are pretty good, and it keeps just an I, which is considerably weaker than EILR. So it's actually probably pretty close, honestly. I could kind of go either way. I'd be slightly more inclined to take the points, I think. Like, EILR is a good lead for bingoing, but it's not quite strong enough to me to justify the point sacrifice. I mean, it does give back a lot less to the bot, so it's close. I'm going to take the points. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I draw reasonably. I don't think there's any bingos here. Impawn is good. Impawned, but not impawner. So let's see. Almost manpower as well. Almost marzipan through the Z. It's going to depend a lot on what the bot does. If the bot doesn't really do all that much, I'll probably... What do I want to get rid of here? Definitely the W. Honestly, like, there's nothing in my rack other than the W that's all that bad. Wow, bizjet. Not a word you see on a board very often at all. ZJ next to each other. Goodness. Okay, so let's see. Now, I can't help but wonder if I have anything under this T, starting with an A or an I across the triple. Impawn is too long. Would, of course, be a great play. Maybe a different 6 as well, like Rip Saw. It doesn't quite work. Don't in wrap as well, but that doesn't fit. So maybe... No, I'm just sort of going through all the possible 6s and 5 order combinations in my head, but I'm not seeing anything. So if I can't get to the triple, probably best is just to play above here. I could play Wimp. Now, the drawback is it takes a Y, and there's 2 Ys in scene, and that's going to score a lot. If you can get a 5 ending in the Y there, that's going to be over 50 points. So it's a bit of a risk. Could be a little bit safer with Win, but that also gives back a lot of hooks and easy overlaps, so I don't think that's really worth it. I think Wimp is probably fine, honestly. Like, the odds that he actually has a Y are pretty slim, and ARN is a good bingo leave. So I think it's definitely a risk. I mean, not thrilled about it, but I could also draw the Y, right? Like, it's important not to get too hung up on these kind of things, and look, let's face it, if he gets 50 with a Y, it's not good, but it's not like an absolute disaster. And he still has to have a 5 in addition to having a Y. So let's go for it. Okay, kind of a clunky draw here. V and 2 R's and 2 A's. So probably just try to play like VAR or something similar and get rid of these duplicates. But we'll see what the bot does. Okay, bingos with Hornets. And I don't have a whole lot here, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, where am I even going to play VAR? I guess... I mean, this is so few points. It's only 13 points. Do I have anything through this? Oh, almost govern? I don't even know. Wow. I guess Varna here, maybe. It blows up the rack a little more, but it's 11 more points than VAR. That's probably worth it. Yeah, I guess. GR is not a great leave, but what else am I going to do? I mean, this is pretty ugly. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Dang it. Wow. Just not connecting here at all. Although the good news is, if it stays open, I actually have a nice play through the U. I can play Queen for 40 and score well and get rid of my Q, and of course it's blocked. Viddled for 44, and now I got nothing. Gosh, this is not good. Not sure how I'm feeling about my orange outfit anymore, but we'll see. It's still not over. Let's not give up yet. Still 2 blanks left. Okay, so I can't play the Q. I don't think I want to trade. I mean, Berg is still worth it. It's 26. There's 3 U's left. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there is here. Re-began through the A in Varna, but that's just too reckless, even at this score. I mean, he's just going to block and score well, I think. I don't think I need to do that. So I guess Berg. I mean, I just don't know what else. Like, it's enough points where I have to do it over trading, I feel like. If I trade, I'm just going to end up being down even more than the bingo. So I think I got to do this. Sheesh. Well, I got the Y, I guess, so that's good for Wimpy. But I don't think I have a 5. That's the problem. Nixie is only a 4. So I probably want to just, I don't even know, playoff. I guess I'll either just play Nixie for 4. That's 45. That's still a lot. If I could get Ixnay, that would be so much more, though, or something like that. But I probably... Oh, and of course, he gets the Y just as I'm about to go there. But the good news is, now at least I can do this. And that really bails me out. Saves XI and GI for next turn. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else to think about here. Let's do it. Okay, another I is not great. Definitely XI has to be correct if it stays open. And if not, I guess Ixnay through the A in Varna, maybe? 38 keeps EIR. It's not bad. I mean, XI does keep the Y, which is actually not great for bingoing, but it's 45. Ixnay is actually defensible even with XI available. Just to keep a better bingo leave and also turn over more tiles for the blanks. Now, there are a lot of vowels left. This is interesting. We'll want to watch out for this. It's already a vowel-heavy pool. More vowels than consonants, 25-24. Which is a bit unusual. Yeah, just a lot of consonants played early on, like Wimpy, Wurzel, Bizjet, a lot of consonants, even Viddled. Lots of words with like 2 vowels and 5 consonants. So we'll want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, Ixnay, EIR makes me a little nervous for that reason. Like EINRY is at least a little bit more balanced. So I think I'm leaning towards XI if it stays open, but Ixnay is at least not a bad backup. I'm just really hoping he doesn't like bingo for 90 down the O column or something after taking this long. It's going to be pretty irritating if he does. But we'll see. I don't think I have anything else that's particularly good. There's this spot, too, through the... Okay, so he plays Fogey. Ixnay and XI both still available. There's also this PY spot. I don't think I see anything there. But that's one thing about XI, too. It could potentially save plays there. What am I down? 60? I mean, this cuts it to 15. I do like the idea of going more for the blank, but I worry with EIR guys with this pull. I could end up with like 5 vowels and all 1 pointers, which would be an absolute disaster. Like, I need to keep some positive momentum here. I think XI is fine. Like, there's enough time left. I don't think I need to really panic and go all in on bingoing. He could have also just drawn a bunch of vowels and have a difficult rack. I guess actually XI, you know, it does block my Y spot now that I think of it. So Yax is not good. So that doesn't really matter. But, I mean, I think that's okay. This is a reasonable leave still. Definitely some scoring potential. So I think let's go with this. All right. Pyranoid with a P. Nothing with a G, I don't think. How about through the N in Hornets? Almost non-dairy, but not quite. So no bingos, but it's a pretty well-balanced rack. So, like, see, what's good about this kind of rack, guys, is, like, I have options here. I can choose to play short, like, try to play off OY and still score pretty well, and then bingo next turn. I can try to score more points or blow up the rack. Like, there's a lot of options here, which is good. Like, it's nice to have some flexibility in that regard, which is part of why I wanted to keep this leave instead of EIR. So we'll just have to see what the bot does. Obviously, the fact that there are 2 blanks and 3 S's still unseen with now about half the game played has my full attention. So I'm definitely going to want to probably... Because the thing is, like, if I play off OY, right, if I keep Diner, like, yeah, it's a nice leave, but where am I really bingoing with it? The G in Berg is tough to hit because now I can't fit an ING bingo, and it's not that easy to hit the I and the E in Fogey. Tarot for 24, okay. So still down like 40. I can score well with Henry, but it's not a good leave, especially in this pool, and that takes an S, which is kind of scary. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Anything? I don't think I can play anything next to GO, really, because I don't have a lot that overlaps the FA, like something NNY or RNY. No. Okay. Yeah, I just don't see any great options. I definitely want to be careful about keeping too many vowels. It's still a vowel-heavy pool. And I kind of would like to play a largish number of tiles. I'm actually contemplating Yonder for 28. It's risky, but like he's probably not going to bingo through the Y. It scores pretty well, and it turns over 5 tiles. There's still plenty of E's left, so I'm not too worried about getting rid of my E. Like I feel like I'm not in a great position here. There's 2 blanks. I mean, it's hard. It's just so hard to know with this pool. Like he could have like 48 different bingos, or he could have 6 vowels. There's just such a wide range of reasonable possibilities with this pool because there's so much good stuff, and then there's so many vowels. It's very hard to play against this kind of pool because, with a pool that's sort of really well balanced, if it were like, say, 14 vowels and 25 consonants or something, or maybe like, somewhere in that range, it would be much easier to play against because I'd kind of be like, okay, he's got a good rack. I need to assume he has a good rack. With this, like, there's enough of a chance he doesn't have a good rack. So it's tricky. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm going to play Yonder. I mean, is there anything through that G? Like, I don't want to play short. I don't really want to do this. Because, again, this leave is not that useful on this board, guys. Like, without an S to hook Bergs or Fogies, what am I going to really do? And at some point, like, if I'm not scoring a lot, I'm not going to beat him without bingoing. I'm still down 40 points. Or, again, like, play like Toy, right? I mean, it just doesn't really hit that often. So I think, yeah, Yonder looks good. Digs for the blanks, and there's 3 S's, too. There's a lot of good stuff I really need in that pool. I think Yonder's the play. Alright, well, no blanks or S's. I pull Harmine, though. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to play as the board stands. We're through that G. Almost Nightmare. That's flashbacks to a couple games ago when I fished for Nightmare as a triple-triple and hit it in the butt blocked. I'm still a little disappointed about that, but it was still pretty cool. Yeah, so hoping I get a spot for Harmine somehow, but it's probably unlikely. We'll see. I guess you never know. But, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what the bot does here. The good news is, even if I can't bingo, I should have a decent amount of scoring options with the H and the M on this rack. I could just blow everything up with Mangy or through the G if I really want to go all in on getting a blank. Could play Harem. That's probably a little bit better. We'll see what the bot comes up. Oh, Yannick. Okay. Ooh, if I had a B, I'd have Barry Yannick. That's a fun extension. Still down 40-ish. There's still 2 blanks and 3 S's, and it's still a vowel-heavy pool, 16-14. So kind of a similar position. Do I have any overlaps with Yonder? Like something with AI or something there? I mean, I'm not looking for a 3. Like something through that A. It's like Marina or something. No, Airman doesn't work. Close. I don't believe so, though. So, okay, I guess... Yeah, I'd like to play off a large number of tiles here with all that stuff still unseen. So I think I'm leaning towards Harem. IN is reasonably balanced. Plays off 5 tiles. I guess he could triple through the M. But the thing is, like, if he has a good enough rack to triple through the M, he probably has a good enough rack to just bingo with Bergs and more or less win this game anyway. And I can't really afford to play defense given I'm down. I think the problem is if I just play Mangier, he probably scores well through this A, and there's just probably not enough places to go. I feel like I'm just going to probably lose. But, I guess, though, I mean, the thing with this is if he does play through the A, I do at least get a floater to bingo through on the bottom, and I set up my H for the E. Okay, maybe this actually isn't as crazy as it looks. Plays off 6 tiles. The H is a really good scoring tile. It's actually a better leave probably than after harem keeping IN, because I do like having the scoring tile. You know, it's not crazy, because then if he plays above the E in main gear, I can also play through the A, and I play the maximum number of tiles I can, 6 for turnover. So I don't actually think it's all that crazy. I mean, I'm not down a ton. I'm down 14 after this play. If he's got a lot of vowels, I could definitely outrun him, actually. Yeah, I think I'm actually leaning towards that, because, again, the problem, too, after harem, I mean... Well, the thing is, if he bingos now with Bergs, right, like, it's just over, because there's nowhere left to bingo. The board is completely exhausted. The C and Yannick is not overlappable. I mean, I guess I could draw something to the V in Varna, but that's really unlikely with this V in the 6th spot. More or less, if he bingos with Bergs, the game is over. So, or with Fogies, for that matter, unless I can hit a triple-triple. I just feel like I have a better shot with main gear, because it more or less prevents him from bingoing immediately, and he's, you know, he's probably reasonably likely to have at least a blank or an S at this point. And like I said, this does really well for the board with my H, because I can hit the A in main gear or the E pretty easily, and keeping just an H going into a volatile pool is pretty good. I think I'm going to do this, and like I said, there's nothing too dangerous to worry about through the A. There's no Z left. And if he plays like Kale or something, then he opens a floater for me, which he might not want to do. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. It might backfire, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. That looks pretty good. I mean, there's obviously, like, 47 other words. Now, I'd have something amazing if Wimpy weren't there. I just have to show you guys this because it would be sick. Rio Texas is a word, which would play with QIs if Wimpia was good. That would just be amazing, but no. So let's focus on what I actually do have. Anything through this V, Thraves, or Harvest plus a blank? Probably not. It's just not easy to bingo with a V in the 6th spot. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so probably something under Fogey's autoplay, right? Like Trashes, Rashes, no. MT, Breathes, or Breaths, Berthas, Bathers. Hastier, does that no? Almost plays under Bergs, but not quite. I mean, there's gotta be some... Okay, well, see, now I'll definitely bingo. I guess I'm going to be down... Well, I'll be able to catch up. Do I have something? I need to get to this triple badly. Tracheas, Trahalas, huh. A, B, C is just Tracheas. Hetaira's, almost Alcahest. H, I, J, K. K? No. L is Trahalas. M? I don't think so. Huh. I will consider maybe not bingoing if I can't get to the triple, because then I'm just tying the game, which isn't great. 13 vowels, 9 consonants. Jeez. W, X, Y. Dang, I don't think I can get to the triple. Anything like through this P with Bergs, that would be pretty crazy. See, my concern with not bingoing, though, guys, is like, say I do this, right? The bot blocks the A, and no matter how good my rack is, there's just nowhere. Like, there is nowhere to go for a bingo at all. Unless, again, I hit this V. Do I really want to count on hitting a V there? I gotta watch my time. I just want to go through this P and just go through the alphabet one more time. Triphase, patchers, chapters, preheats. Nope. JK. Man, it feels like I should have something starting with an A. It's not that hard to do, right? It just shouldn't be. Arethusa! Ooh, finally! Okay, wow, I almost missed that. Yeah, that's tricky with the blank U. Yeah, I very nearly missed that. And I got the other blank. Wow. That was clutch. Yeah, I came very close to missing that. And I have outloves through the V. Wow. And that's probably not going to get blocked. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, sometimes, guys, that's why you gotta just go through the alphabet twice. Like, with so many possibilities and such a good rag, it's easy to miss things. But, like, it's a huge difference. I mean, that's 30 more points than playing, like, tracheas or something. I mean, well, if I get outloves down, that's GG. I'm positive, because there's nowhere else to go. Okay, yeah, this should be GG. I mean, he's got ISO lead. It's not going to go down. Like, there's just nowhere to go here because of Yannick blocking the top. Wow. What a game. After all that, the orange comes through. So that means, you know what that means, guys, since you were here for the sunglasses. I'm going to be wearing orange again for the next game. So we'll see how that goes. And I know the game isn't over here, but like I said, I mean, there's nowhere to play ISO lead. Like, I'm quite confident of that, and I'm not going to lose down 75 in this endgame without him bingoing. I mean, he'll probably cut the spread to like 50 or something, but yeah. So there's, like I said, there's nothing left here to be worried about. I'm just going to pause the video so we don't have to sit here for 2 minutes while the bot contemplates his best endgame for spread. Okay, and the bot eventually settles on Ale on the left, so probably trying to block stuff like Doc for me, and it has Dose, D-E-O-S, so it's probably going out. Yeah, I mean, it's got Dose and Fogies. Oh, I can play like Douse, I guess, through this W, D-O-W-S-E if I block that, so okay. I mean, I probably should still block down here because it scores a lot more. Probably just Doc. I mean, it doesn't give anything back with the S-hook. Oh, I guess he can play Nose from this N, actually. That's sneaky in Hornets, so that doesn't really block, now that I think of it. Okay, so maybe... I mean, I don't really have a lot of good plays. Doc might still just be fine, honestly, because it gets rid of my D and my C. It scores reasonably well. Is that better than good? I mean, what's more, Nosed or Dosed? Nosed is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 23. Dose is 20. So, but Doc makes Nosed worth even more. So, all right, let's just do some math quickly here and see. There's also... Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Maybe Coup. Because then he has to play Dose on the left. So there's 3 options to look at. Let's see. So if I play Doc, I get 18. Nosed is 25. So minus 7, minus 11 after he gets 4 more. That's not great. So it's minus 11. Good is 19. He plays Dose for 20. Minus 1, also minus 11. And Coup is 14. He plays Dose and Did, I believe. So 14, that's 10, 40, 16. Minus 2, minus 6, minus 8. This is a little better if my math is right. Yeah, and Cup doesn't block Dose, so Coup is definitely better. I believe this is right. He has Odes next to Wurzel's 2. It's 14, but Dose is better. All right, let's do this. And then, yep, Does or Dose, doesn't matter. Okay, so... Phew, yeah, I went by 50, 447, 397. What a game. What a clutch victory for the orange outfit here, which, like I said, will be coming back. Man, that was a big comeback. Really needed that badly after what's been happening of late. And let's look at this. So, yeah, again, interesting decision to start things off. I could see a lot of people going with Was here. It is 14 less points, but the leave is a lot stronger for bingoing, and it does give back, obviously, no S-hook and just a lot fewer floaters. So, definitely a strong argument to be made for Was. I could definitely see myself doing that on a different day, just depending on how I was feeling. But I decided I wanted the points. And Bot plays BizJet. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you could play Jess, but you're just sort of giving up all your firepower. It still scores 33 points. Sets up 2 huge S-hooks, BizJets and Wurzels. Looks like a great play. Yeah, I think Wimp is fine. I saw Warp, but ARN is just so much stronger than IMN for bingoing. I think it's fine. Bot bingos, yeah, there's just not a whole lot to do here. Varna seems fine. Var does keep a better leave. If I were down more, maybe I would do it just to try to set up another bingo line, but I'm not down all that much. I think Varna's okay. And then, yeah, this was really annoying. Viddled blocking Queen. There's just nothing to do here. I mean, I can't afford to trade. Berg is too many points. I saw Rebegan. Normally, it's good when you have the Q, guys, to get rid of as many tiles as possible, just to maximize your chances of drawing the U for either a big score or just at least to bail yourself out of it. But I just didn't feel I could afford to be throwing an R in the middle of the triple lane that carelessly. Bot thankfully has no 5 ending in the Y, so it has to play Yagi. But yeah, blocked my big plays. Thankfully, though, at least it did bail me out of the Q, which was much needed. Yeah, I think XI is fine. Like I said, if the pool were not so Val heavy, I very well might have considered Ixnay. I guess I should say if the pool weren't so Val heavy and there were actually more places to bingo, just because the lead is so much more bingo friendly. But I think XI is fine. Bot has Talipot, but doesn't play. And yeah, I saw Henry, but yeah, DIO makes me really nervous in a Val heavy pool. Also setting up an S hook I don't have. It's worth mentioning, by the way, the bot didn't have an S or a blank with Tarot either. So we were both just missing all of the good stuff. And wow, bot with more bingos here that don't play. Chipolin and Picolin, CIPOLIN and PICOLIN, both good. Policing doesn't fit. So lots of unplayable bingos on both sides. Yeah, Yannick looks like a good play. Defensive, it scores. This was an interesting turn here. Probably the most interesting turn of the game, actually. I almost did this, and I just figured the H was a really, really valuable tile to keep. And I mean, the thing is, guys, like, obviously this is way down on equity, right? Because it just completely blows up the rack. But you have to realize that the notion of equity, as we generally think of it in Scrabble, completely breaks down on a board that's this closed with no bingo opportunities. Because I'll leave, like, say, I mean, some of these plays, like Ham, right? They keep, I mean, this is a terrible play for other reasons because it's too open. But, like, a play that keeps EIRN, which is normally a great lead for bingoing, is useless here. Because, like, where are you bingoing with it? I mean, unless you, like, either way, you're relying on drawing an S for Bergs or Fogies, right? So if you're going to need an S regardless, like, you're usually better off just trying to play more tiles and give yourself a better chance at drawing the S. So Harem at least gives me 5 chances. I was worried, though, that the bot might have a stronger rack than it did in reality. And like I said, if the bot just bingos on the bottom, it's basically GG on the spot. And I knew after Mangier that I pretty much stopped the bot from ending the game on the spot. And I give myself 2 good plays with the H. And I figured, and this did work out, if the bot plays through the A, I'd get a bingo. And thankfully, I did see this. Like I said, I just couldn't really come up with anything there for a while. It took me like 2 or 3 minutes to spot this. I mean, yeah, these 61-point bingos are pretty bad. Like, ties the game, drawing into an ugly pool. I considered before I saw Arethusa not bingoing. Ooh, Hearth is a pretty cool play on the bottom left. That might have been interesting. But, yeah, I just didn't really feel, oh, there's heat here too. Even with a lead that's as good as ERS blank, again, he blocks the A, right? I'm still down 40 points. I can't really score. And there's, like, it doesn't matter what my rack is. Like, even if I draw the second blank, there's literally just nowhere to bingo on this board. Especially after a play like Heat that blocks the V. So I think, well, obviously playing Arethusa is best, but I honestly think even a 61-point bingo would have been better than passing it up. But I'm glad I didn't end up settling for a 61-point bingo. Bot has Infule, another unplayable 7. And, oh, with Kappa, it had a Pan-like as well. So a plethora of, I think that's 4 consecutive, racks of natural unplayable 7s for the bot. Yeah, it had Talipot, Picolin, Chipolin, Pan-like, and now Infule. So 4 back-to-back unplayable 7s. That's crazy. Then, yeah, Outlove's just a ridiculous draw. And now 5. Make it 5 unplayable 7s in a row for the bot. Wow, because ISO lead now. And then, yeah, I think I made the best endgame here because, yeah, Doc just goes back nosed for a lot more. So, wow. Yeah, what a game. This is the best game I've played in a while. It's been, like I said, kind of a rough stretch, but it happened. So really, really happy to come away with this win and happy to play this one well. Really no mistakes, I think, to speak of. Definitely some interesting turns and, you know, decisions that arguably maybe I could have done differently, especially Mangier. Definitely curious what you guys think of Mangier. It obviously worked out very well for me, but it was a bit of an unconventional play. Otherwise, I think stuff was more or less pretty standard. No, like, super difficult decisions there. But, yeah, again, not a great start, but thankfully we came back. So the 4-game losing streak is snapped, which is very important as we get into the home stretch of the series. So, yeah, thanks so much for sticking with me, guys, through the rough stretch. And I'm back. Orange Attire, like I said, will be back for game number 84 to come very soon. And hopefully we can get some more wins with it. So, yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks again so much for all your support, and I will see you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.